My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is July 29th, 2023. It is 8:07 a.m. I had to finish edit the video that I was editing yesterday, and in the middle of it I went it's like a last minute thing. We went to Ellis Island and Statue of Liberty. It's my husband's cousin who came from California who came to visit, and she had planned. And we said, yeah, let's go. My husband, he took the half a day off, and then we went to meet them at Statue of Liberty. And I did record, and I'm gonna share a portion of it on my Patreon. On my last video, actually the other half of the video that I was editing, I insert a small portion of it for those who's not gonna be on Patreon to see a little bit of it, and then the rest will be on Patreon. As a matter of fact, the day before, we went with the same cousin. I went to meet them in Manhattan. We went to what's the museum? Museum of Natural History. I took my youngest with me, and yeah, we had a good time. The kids were running around. They had blast. Me and my son been there so many times. I don't think he was just there to have fun with the other kids, I think. But anyway, since I mentioned it here, I guess I'll share some of them with you, the museum part, on my Patreon. Okay, so to give you guys something to watch. All right, so yesterday, like I said, I then finished record the stuff. So this is my back end, 3044 new subscribers, welcome. That's that. Wow, it's going down every day. $296.37. Okay. That's just record purposes. Since the 22nd, July 22nd, that's when the new marking period sort of start. Alright, so let's go on Twitter. I did not record anything yet, but I, bookmark some stuff. Okay, so this is Byline. I believe this is what, 4 or 5? Which portion is that? Probably the last one was 4, so that must be the 5th part of the Dan Wootton saga with Byline reporting. Special investigation, Mail Online and The Sun hid serious Dan Wootton claims while attacking Hugh Edwards and the BBC. And part 5, okay, so this is part 5 of our investigation into the conduct of the GB News presenter Dan Van's rights reveals how Wootton has been protected. Okay, alright, Mail Online and The Sun hid serious Dan Wootton claims while attacking, there's this, and the 5th part. Okay, so I'm just reading this. So let's go on to the article. Oh, very small. Oh, I had it small. Okay, let's put it at 100. Oh, I was taking screenshot to put for you guys on my community board. Okay, so let's start. Mail Online knew of serious criminal allegation of a sexual nature about its columnist Dan Wootton and may yet fail to report them to the police and continue to publish his work on 5 occasions. Byline Time can reveal. Wootton's former employer, The Sun, also failed to report the same details allegation to the police despite knowing about them since at least 7 June 2023. That was recently, before this was made public, before Byline started publishing is it 3 years or 5 years of investigation, despite knowing about them since at least 7 June 2023, a month before running a controversial front page about a BBC presenter lawfully paying for sexual images. The matter was reported to the publication by a former male adult entertainer whom Wootton employed to help him catfish men of sexual interest and secretly record them in their homes having sex. My God, my God, my God. A further allegation was also made and is known by both newspapers, detail of which we are unable to report at this time. The men told Byline Time, quote, the male said they can't touch the story as Dan Wootton worked for them. They said it sounds like a very serious criminal matter and said that I should go to the police, which I did. Quote, I also told the Sun about it and the fact that Wootton had paid one of my colleagues for sex work from their own account by pretending he was a source on a story about Amber Heard. They also told me to report it to the police, so I did that in June. Wow. Okay, so far these are some of the reports that Byline had done regarding Dan Wootton. Neither publication has since reported at all on the 3-year, it was 3, not 5, 3-year special investigation into the personal and professional conduct of Wootton that Byline Times started breaking 11 days ago. Okay, yet the Sun did cover Wootton's denial and a 143 words piece on 20 July. Okay, the Sun did cover Wootton's denial and a 143-word piece on 20 July. News UK, its publisher, has since set up an internal inquiry and Mail Online has unofficially paused Wootton's column. However, the failure of publishers, Associate Newspapers Limited and News UK Limited to account sooner is attracting strong criticism, given both took time at the BBC during the same period for its handling of Hugh Edwards' affair. Quote, the fact that Dan Wootton's employers and previous employers knew of allegations against him and did nothing for at least 6 months, at least 6 weeks before Byline Times started reporting them, means that the public interest here is not just on his alleged action, but the action too as supposedly responsible publishers and employers. Paul Wagg, professor of media law at the University of Leeds, told this newspaper. Very interesting. I'm thinking of something, but I do not want to put this person in jeopardy. Because before this was published, what I'm getting here, the person who went, you know what, let me keep this to myself. This is very dangerous territory here that I'm thinking, but I don't want to put it out there in case if it is true. I was really surprised they didn't seem interested today in the latest part of Byline Times media to investigation into abuses of power in publishing and broadcasting. We can reveal how the ex-adult entertainer first contacted Mail Online on 29 May amid a mounting scandal about the former ITV This Morning presenter Philip Schofield and his lawful relationship with a younger man he worked with. In a subsequent email to Mail Online on 31st May, the man who, as I'm reading this, the Schofield thing, how it's like a slow motion, they reveal it. I remember seeing on my timeline a video of a young man who threw some sort of confetti when Schofield was having some sort of maybe lunch or dinner with that young man in the background. It was very surreal how everything else follows. And now I think he's fired or something. I'm talking about Schofield. Okay, in a subsequent email to Mail Online on 31 May, the man who we are not naming for legal reason wrote, quote, after Philip Schofield, the next one on This Morning who should be investigated is Dan Wootton. The presenter previously worked on the magazine show. I am an ex-porn star and escort. I have worked for Dan on several occasions. The things he asked me to do were illegal. He used to ask us to film others without their consent. He also used to pay myself and others to use our Facebook's profile and message who he wanted us to encounter with. How much for a story like this? I have more information on him. Wootton has denied any allegation of criminality. The complainant has since told Byline Time that his interaction with the Now GB News star left him suicidal and living a chaotic life of self-medicating drugs use and mental trauma. Communication with Mail Online continued until this Wednesday, 26th July. Okay, so that was a couple of days ago, 3 days ago from today, during which the man said he was told it could not consider reporting on Wootton because he was an employee of Associated Newspapers. Quote, after that, I went to the Sun and told them about Wootton and the Amber Heard stuff, evidence of which they obviously have on their own account system. After lots of calls, they just said it was for the police to deal with, not them. My goodness. They say there wasn't any evidence, even though I was directly involved. I even told them the name of the account person who dealt with it. I was really surprised they didn't seem interested. Byline Time said, these are for public interest, but they don't even want to cover it. Byline Time has verified the email and other communication with Mail Online and can confirm that at least 8 phone calls were made to and from the Sun news desk between 7 June and 27 July about Wootton, who last night was still presenting a primetime show on GB News. The U. Edwards panel. During this period, both Mail Online and the Sun broke stories about U. Edwards, who is no longer on air for the BBC and has been receiving help, according to his wife, with serious mental health issues. Oh my God, I really hate when they keep on they do their unethical behavior. Once they get caught, this is the thing here, once they get caught of doing something they fully aware that they were doing, they blame it on mental health. Meanwhile, the people who's really suffering from mental health issues, they make fun of them. They mock them. These baggage for God. Okay, and a defense of its article about Edwards, which have been heavily criticized, the Sun wrote in a comment piece on 13 July, quote, a desperate couple approached us with firm evidence that he was paying large sums to a young person with a spiraling drugs addiction, and that the star had been sent sexual pictures. Okay, both police said nothing could be done, and despite detailed complaints to the BBC, it did nothing either. What do our critics, especially Mr. Edwards' Pierce media friends, think we should have done? Told the family to shove off. My goodness, is the UK is full of pedo? And then they, covering for each other? Oh my goodness. Meanwhile, some people who done nothing, you know what? Baggage for God, that's all. Turn a blind eye to what appeared to be a clear abuse of power by a household name. Mail Online has been similarly critical of the BBC for posing as the moral conscience of the nation over the Edward saga. On Wednesday, its columnist Brendan O'Neill wrote that authoritarian urge to elevate certain stories and diminish others rob ordinary people of the right to know what is really happening in this country. That's the thing. Yeah, there is nothing virtuous about it. On the contrary, these are the despotic antics of people who think they should have the power to control the flow of information itself. For Proof's wag, Dan Wootton has set himself up as a moral arbiter whose job it is to condemn others for moral flaw. And that means that his own moral flaw are a matter of clear public interest. That's what I think too. He is a man who has been instrumental in exposing the highly sensitive detail of the private lives of many people in public life, including the television presenter Philip Schofield and the musical entertainer Duncan James, he told Byline Time. He's made He's made a career out of subjecting others to vitriol, but now seems to want the protection of the law as a matter of privacy and defamation now that his own alleged actions are being subjected to scrutiny. He added, quote, "During this precise time frame, The Sun was breaking a big story about the BBC News anchor, Hugh Edwards, and it seems extraordinary that they will not have taken the opportunity to refer the serious allegation against Mr. Wootton to the police themselves. At the very least, this inaction and the decision by Mail Online to allow Mr. Wootton to continue to publish columns under its name seriously undermine the moral stance it has taken by criticizing the BBC's conduct in relation to Mr. Edwards. It also undermined the credibility as a serious news organization. This is clearly ethical failings that IPSO, there's the thing again, this is why Harry don't even bother to deal with them. IPSO, the press complaints handler, should investigate, given that it claims to uphold higher editorial standard. Wootton has written 5 columns for Mail Online since the man first contacted it with the allegation. In one column on 30 May, Wootton discussed Philip Schofield, saying, quote, "I would have thought in this day and age that a mainstream broadcaster such as ITV ought to be doing all it can to deal with issues like this, find out where the truth lies, and in the meantime suspend those who rumored concern." Wootton also called for, quote, "the truth this time, not the Sarkarans fairy tales Schofield offered up on a sofa to an unsuspected British public." In a follow-up column on 15 June, Wootton wrote of ITV's treatment of the Schofield affair, quote, "As a result of this cover-up and PR disaster that has followed, many loyal viewers will never trust This Morning or the channel it broadcasts on again." While he's pointing finger, there's the finger should be pointing at him. It's like he's looking in the mirror while he's pointing the finger. And the other thing too that remind me of, what is it? Is it Tate? Andrew Tate, who was saying all those nonsense, and next thing you know, he's in trouble in Romania. Okay, let's continue. Byline Times put a series of questions connected to this article to the News UK and associate newspapers, but received no response. This newspaper will update this article if it does. A spokesperson for the Metropolitan Police said, quote, "In June 2023, the Metropolitan Police was contacted with regard to allegation of sexual offenses committed by a man. Officers are assessing information to establish whether any criminal offense has taken place. There is no police investigation at this time." What? They all are baggage for God. Dan Evans is a former colleague of Dan Wootton's from the News of the World. None of the sources in this article were paid for their testimony. Okay, the link of it will be in the description. I can't believe these people. Alright, let's read some of the comments and then go to the next one that are also making reference to this article. I'm not gonna read it again. Okay, I love this section from the article. For proof rag, Dan Wootton has set himself up as a moral arbiter whose job it is to condemn others for moral flaws, and that means that his own moral flaws are a matter of clear public interest. That's it. Okay, Sleazy, I should go in this, but let me read some of this. Sleazy Dan is protected by the media and the police. They cannot take him down or he will reveal all their secrets. The problem with that is now they have to remain silent about all perverts. Probably GB News, The Sun, he tagged all of these, and they cannot be critical of anyone. Alright, let's go into that. These two sounds pretty good. But now he want privacy. Okay, how is anyone watching his show? I heard his rating are up. What is wrong with the Brits? He will have been fired or ostracized in the US. He will make people not want to trust any journalists, and that's the truth. You journalists must take a stand on good and evil. That's for sure. Alright, let's go into that. This one that has 3. Okay. They cannot be critical of anyone except continue to harass Meghan. They talk about Meghan, well, drag their pervert sample. Yep, he probably furnished all of them with pics of men, or even had dealing with different men. Okay, so yeah, the UK is done. It's completely infested. Let me read this, and that's it. Wootton must have the dirt on some people in very high places. If only the BBC has the balls to give the Sun and the Daily Mail a taste of its own treatment. I mean, how could you work over there where everybody's trying to blackmail you? This is not a place you could feel comfortable. There's the parody of William, while protecting Dan Wootton is the same as protecting any dirt on me, including my affair with which he knows. There's that. If they protect his behavior, then they are endorsing it. Yep, they must pay the price. This is a very good response. But he's set and many up right now with ragging hard on plotting his retribution while plowing kisses to himself and his dressing room mirror. There's a laugh. Okay, let's go to the next tweet. Okay, it's making reference to the byline. This is this. Okay, part 5. Okay, the royal family have protected Dan Wootton more than it has protected Prince Harry. Think on that. Alright, they are beyond corrupt. Prince Harry has done nothing but good. Diana has done nothing but good, yet they are on UK media's most hated list because of action of royal family who's also protecting Dan. There's the ruling eye. I don't know why some people can't comprehend the seriousness of this ugly situation. Say it louder. This, no surprise there, royal family and the British media will do anything to keep their throne, including using and protecting the tabloid. I bet you Dan Wootton has a lot of secret on the royals and other powerful people like Epstein. I mean, the Epstein kind of saga is the same thing. It's almost like a mirror. Okay, same playbook. The only thing is that the one in the US, they caught him. I don't even think he's dead. Okay, I don't even think he's dead. It's just unfortunately at the time when they caught up with him, and we look who we have in power. We had in power. So election does matter. Okay, to be fair, they are not doing it out of the goodness of their heart. The man has enough goods on them to render them more useless than tits on the nun. Okay. More useless than tits on the nun. Oh my God. I saw a bunch of nuns at the Statue of Liberty yesterday. Sad and true, but folks still expect Harry to have loyalty toward these people. Astonishing. Yes. Alright, let's go to the next tweet. There's this. The fact that random trolls desperate for £50 appearance fee can go on air with made-up gossip plucked from their asses, yet a known presenter can be outed for alleged criminal acts and it gets no mention on the same network is exactly what's wrong with our industry right now. I mean, it's up to the people. Really, it's really up to the UK to do something about that. The people. God, Omid, just laying out the facts. There's the thumbs up. Okay, there's this. Shall we list the random trolls that this tweet likely refer to? I will start. Angela Levine. It's funny, I haven't heard much about those royal rats. They probably are, at the desk to create their next narrative. Wow. That's the friend and biographer of Camilla Parker Bowles. The cover-up on Dan Wootton's and UK media is shocking. People have come forth on the record and their stories, and still the media is ignoring it. £50, I'm telling you, they do a lot of damage for so little. Yep, I've said that. That was one of the things that I said when I was criticizing, I don't know how you would call it. Maybe criticize is the word, I don't know. But when, before the story of the Dan Wootton first came out, and I was like, be careful who you're talking to. With the UK, I would rather you go with a reporter who's outside of the UK, because a lot of people do things, a lot of damages for very little. Okay, whatever's on the screen, that's it. Any old washed up person will be giving a platform to spout off from as long as they are attacking Meghan. Baggage forgot, that's all. It's incredible to see British journalism is so toxic, unreliable, devoid of truth or credibility, and unworthy of the craft and vocation it seeks to promote. It's way beyond the sewer. Okay, it was big shock to me. Then I realized Estonian media is better and more ethical than UK media. Believe me, we better be careful, because those unethical behavior, these are the things that usually quickly caught up to the rest of the world. Just perfect example, racism. Okay, it started in the UK. Look how it's like a wildfire around the globe. Only £50 are people that desperate for cash, while a sad life some lead. The thing is that they deprive those people of basic needs. Look how they're taking away things from them. They're having crisis, financial crisis, food crisis, you know, all sort of things. So when they do more damage for little, they need the money. All right, next tweet. This is celebrity. I'm not gonna share the link. The Windsors are massively irritated that Prince Harry's son lawsuit will go to trial. Okay, so this is my comment here. They should be happy that the hacking part is dismissed. I mean, the Lord needs to get on these motherfucking mofos' asses. They refuse to mind their own. Okay, good. It was the goal. All right, let's see here. If the royal family were smart, they'd use the Dan Wootton exposed to pry themselves out of the media tabloid hell instead of fleeing England for the next 2 years. Controlling a king for 2 years would be a coup. Okay, it was said, quote, "My family are scared." Why? Wasn't he just made the first Russian Lord? Wasn't he just made the first Russian Lord? What? You're dealing with people. Meanwhile, I mean, this is like a chain of things. You're talking, they have a front person to get certain perspective from you. Okay, meanwhile you're spreading your truth to them, and then they bring it to the master who has the master plan. This is what I heard from them. It's like an espionage kind of thing. Okay, and then they send their next buddy, who probably the first person who got the scoop don't ever met the other one who's gonna do the next step. Sound confusing, I know. Okay, let's say for instance group A. Okay, group A, let's say, is the royal family. Group B, okay, let's reframe it. Let's say the royal family is the main target. Okay, to make them, because they are the head of the institution, the head of the country, even though they're not elected, they are the head. So you control the head, you frame them, and then you make them turn a blind eye on everything that you do. Okay, so that's that. Okay, now there's this group who has person A and person B. Person A is the one who get the scoop, pretend to be the business person, pretend to be the ethical, they want to do business with you. Meanwhile, they grabbing information from you. Okay, now person A go back to their, I don't know, their board meeting, where person B is there, person C is there, but in public they never meet. They never seen each other in person, in public, but in private they are one group. All right, so the first person got a scoop, bring it to the boardroom, and then person B go act on it, try to, I don't know, frame the one of the royal family in some shape or form. And then once they get that particular frame, they frame them, whether it's compromised position or they got them saying something that is very damaging, you name it, whatever it is that they could use that the royal family do not want to make public, that will scare the hell out of them. Okay, so they got, person B got that information, caught them, whether on video, camera, whatever it may be, bring it back to where person B, person C, and then person D, okay, is another part of that group, go out there and then do whatever it want. Okay, I don't know, what will you say? Okay, I want this house is gonna cost, I don't know, whatever these people think, I don't know. It could be anything. Now, let's say the royal family is against that, whatever person C is doing. Now, person B or C tell the royal family who's against person C is doing whatever business is doing, and say, look, you did this. We got this on camera. We saw you did this. So you better let it go. And that's how it works. Okay? Meanwhile, in public, person A, person B, person C, and whatever, so forth, so on, never meet, never in the same space in public. But in private, they are one group. They're working together. This is the way that I've seen it. I don't know if I make sense, but this is the way that I see it. Okay, Britain's Prince William speaks with Evgeny Lebedev, that's him, at the launch of the Centrepoint helpline at Centrepoint in London, Britain. Meanwhile, these people are spilling their guts out, thinking these people are their friends. Okay, the Cheval's Boris Johnson was seen barely able to walk and holding war strategy manual in Italian airport after partying at Russian billionaire Evgeny Lebedev villa when he was foreign secretary. Wow. Giving them all the information. Jesus Christ. It's almost the same thing with the US. Almost the same thing with the US. I don't know. And this is why the tabloid, oh my God, they really hijacked the UK. They really hijacked the UK. The UK is not running by Brits because they got so much dirt on all prominent people where they pretty much, they just puppet. They just puppet. Oh my Lord. But you see, if you pay attention to what's going on with Trump and all of this, it's the same thing. I mean, leading to the 2020 election, some of the things that I was saying, and I was like, look how parallel the US and the UK is running. It's almost the same thing. I even talk about the economy, how they were trying probably make the US and the UK be one sort of, I don't know, economic kind of thing. So they will be superpower kind of thing in competition with the European Union kind of form. But this went haywire because the 2020 election did not go the way that they wanted to go. And this is why the Brits who was running the show felt so confident with their thing. But the 2020 messed that up for them. This is why they have so much financial crisis. Okay, only people who's been following me, all this is speculation too. The people who's been following me or listening to some of my opinion from Pure YTE. Right now, Pure YTE is not really, I'm not uploading anything. Alright, because it's demonetized. But eventually I will go back to it. But the thing is that I've been saying a couple things based on my humble opinion. You could see how they all are connected till now. Okay, compromat. I think I did look it up and on one of my videos, and I put the meaning on the screen. Compromising information that is used to blackmail or discredit a person or group, usually for political purposes. Alleged to have compromat on elites from 2 continents, okay, and across the political spectrum. Tim Dickinson, the Russian press and internet thrive on compromise materials, which is usually bought from underpaid government security force employees or former security agent. Maureen Oath. My goodness. All right, so that's that. Keep financially bleeding the tabloid Harry. Okay, what are they hiding? I wonder. Shows the secret contract the judge couldn't find evidence of really does exist. Or the royal family is the leakest out there. They are upset. Harry and his team will keep digging, and I really think the late queen gave Harry the evidence he needed when the last time he saw her. She wanted him to know. Who this is? Very interesting. Okay, thank God Meghan is not coming. She's evil. Okay. I remember one of the things that I thought about when, I don't think I've said it in one of my podcasts, but I think I thought of it, but never said it. That not only they didn't want Meghan in the royal family, but she was too close. As an American, she would know too much. They didn't want her to know much. Okay, let's go to the next tweet. It's a video. People are up now. Right, what time is it? It's 8:42. And by the way, today I do not have any video for my for my charity channel. I didn't have time to record anything for it. I have one I need to edit, but the video is so messed up. When I'm editing, it look blurry, and I need to follow some of the things that I read, because sometimes I make mistake with the wordings. Okay, but I can't, it's blurry, but I don't want to record it over. Okay, seem as if she didn't like what she was hearing. She should concentrate on that wig on her head. The wig should sue her for misrepresentation. Let's listen. Okay, so she retweeted that. I think this is what people misunderstand about Prince Harry's case. Yes, the judge time barred some claims, but the judge thinks Harry provides sufficient evidence to proceed in his suit against the son, and I think he's more likely than not to prevail. Okay, so let's see here. A minute and 55 seconds. And this is the video that I just finished edit. Is it that? I know I mentioned it.
Well, he's going to need a lot more evidence than he had before, by the sounds of it, because the last time he was there, he actually one point said that he was hoping that they could tell him things. In your view, then, sorry, go on.
I think that's a bit. I'm not sure that's quite fair.
You don't think that's fair?
I mean,
Why?
he has submitted. He has submitted a lot of evidence, and if the submissions by the newspaper that effectively hadn't submitted evidence were correct, then the judge would have chucked the claim out. But the reason he hasn't chucked the claim out is that he thinks there's plenty enough evidence that's been produced by Prince Harry to let the claim go forward. So the issue of whether he has a decent set of evidence has been determined by the fact that the claim will go to trial.
Okay, so interesting.
It's just that he cannot use the phone hacking part because time have expired. That's the thing here.
So this could be quite serious for NGN. Could this be a serious, could it cost them millions? Is that what they could be looking at?
This has never been about the money. I'm quite sure that Prince Harry will have already been offered a vast sum of money in settlement, which of course his brother has accepted. And now that he's fought his way through to a trial, he'll be, I'm sure, offered yet more money. But he's made it clear this is a matter not of money but of principle. He feels, and as someone who has acted for a lot of people who've been the wrong end of newspaper wickedness, he feels that the newspapers need to be held to account. That was always his intention. He's going to be able to do that at a trial. And speaking for myself, I think he's shown immense courage in deciding to take on one of the most powerful organizations, not only in this country, one of the most powerful organizations in the world.
That's a very good point. That is a very good point. But I know some of you have put on the comment section, to have faith, just because I do prayers at the end of the thing, it seems like I was lack of faith. It's not about lack of faith, okay? It's the extra hurdle they put on him. Yes, I did. Well, that part I cut it because I had to go to Ellis Island and take my family out for a little, but you didn't get to see the second part. I do have faith in it, and I did send prayers out for him, but the fact that they just keep on putting extra hurdles, and I hope he wins. And this is a very good point this person is saying here.
Well, we await this with bated breath, Jonathan. Thank you very much.
And then the judge as well, let's not forget, the judge also not only prevent the hacking part to be part of for Harry not to use that, it also protect the institution. Okay, the brother who already took his money, and who else? Yeah, the institution. And Piers Morgan, that's that. Yeah, protect Piers Morgan. Okay, I've never listened to her before, but damn, she's not good at her job. Okay, apart from her body shape, okay, everything else about her is okay. All right, I'm gonna stop there. Once we start talking about physical appearance, I'm not about that. Okay, it already discouraged me from continuing reading, but the video itself was a good one to share with you. All right, let's go to the next tweet. Okay, so there's this here. I hate white people for making me think that Meghan Markle had the smallest role in suit. They really made it seem like she was a background actor who had 3 lines. It's the monarchy's PR. Kate Middleton is done and can spell or speak 2 lines without reading it off a note card, so the royal family needed to spend a PR tale that Meghan Markle was a nobody from LA ghetto, as opposed to a UN ambassador philanthropic TV actor. Okay, I'll go into that. They want y'all to believe they made her, when in fact it was their ginger that was broke and needed to be saved. I'm gonna go into these 2. This one. Case suit began in 2011. Meghan was written out in 2017 before Harry's news blew her up. That gave 6 years for anyone to know her big role, and holy, now she decided to quit.
But I don't see it as giving anything up. I just see it as a change.
It's a new challenge.
It's a new chapter, right? And also keep in mind, I've been working on my show for 7 years. So we were very, very fortunate to be able to have that sort of longevity on a series. And for me, once we hit the 100 episode marker, I thought, you know what, I have ticked this box, and I feel really proud of the work I've done there. And now it's time to, as you said, work as a team with you. Yeah.
She put her resignation in because she's gonna marry off with Harry and let them know she'll do the last season. That's a pretty decent I mean, that's how professionally people should be doing that. Let the writers know ahead of time, look, I'm not returning, so at least give the writers time to write her off. It's not like they write her off. She was not coming back. Oh my goodness. It's because she wasn't that unique. Oh God. All right, let me read those comments and then it's time for me to black her. Okay, console yourself with whatever makes your white girl and white gays head not hurt. Facts are facts, and Meghan Markle accomplishment outstride Princess Dunst and bunch of your white girl and white gay fanbots. Prince Harry said the British press found it difficult to create a false image of Meghan Markle because of millions of Suits fans who had followed her for years, both on and off screen, knew who she was. That's why the trolls are desperate to attack new viewers off. Okay, let's see here. With a double major from a prestigious university, one of those majors not being art history. That is true.
What did you study at college?
I double majored theater and international relations, and then I went and worked for the U.S. Embassy for a bit. And
let me go deeper into that deranged person, what other people said. LOL, you're trying to gaslight people who actually watched it. Troll will troll, that's for sure. Where is that person? Matt, this one. Time for blacking. Let's go back. There was another one I say I wanted to go into. This one. They want y'all to believe they made her, when in fact it was the ginger that was broke and needed to be saved. Okay, Jenny, that's not altogether true. He was left 17 million by his mother. Well, I know for someone with that threat, he had his back. 17 million was like 17k. 17,000, and he didn't have access to that money till 35. Meghan had 5 million in her house. If not for the inheritance security threats and hatred that came from marrying Harry, she was doing pretty good. That's a very good answer. Correct. There's that. This is what you never admit. Melana's successful queen, just this upgrade. Okay, Meghan Markle was worth more than 5 million before marriage. Prince Harry. Okay, so there's all of this. They're putting the thing. Oh my God, the squad are good. Yes, sis. This is how it was. Your sis upgrade him. Okay, so there it is. Meghan Harry for black plastic bag. My goodness. Age 18, Prince Harry carries a suit and a band bag full of belongings as he leaves Eton College on June 12, 2003. There he is. I can't believe this. And there he is. Prince Harry says he bought clothes on sale discount. The squad have receipt. I do agree that though Meghan was a millionaire and very successful in her own right. Together they made what they have together. All right, that's a fact. Yeah, I mean, there's no dispute. That is when the derangers start saying their nonsense. It pushes us to bring the receipts. Okay, the haters are so ridiculous. Okay, you just reply to a post that I had hate as the first two words by saying haters are so ridiculous. You're not wrong. Okay, that's why it's always good to think for yourself. Use your brain. Suit on Netflix. There's this, and Peacock. You're binging well, thank you. Let's give them something to talk about. There's this. All right. They live in a perpetual state of denial. They're undermining to undermine all her achievement pre-royalty, so they can now claim any success she has is only because of royal connection, except they haven't been able to, and why none of the others who attempt an outside job fail to succeed and has to depend on the taxpayers' money. UK. All right, so let's go to the next tweet. Yep, that's the thing here. And remember, as they were leaving, to back this claim up, not only that, when they were leaving the UK, this is their whole purpose for not using HRH. Okay, don't use that. For them, the working royals, they, because of HRH in their head, this is what they think people outside the UK do business with them. Okay, so meanwhile, Meghan was doing her thing without any HRH. Okay, next tweet. I have 4 more. I'm telling you, the squad were throwing shades yesterday. I wasn't much on Twitter. The palace's exaggerated sycophantic PR got eclipsed by the 12-year-old TV show of the California princess. The image. There's that. Girl, that's me. Stop it. You're unaliving me. There's this. Delicious, isn't it? There's the laugh. Okay, they try everything to destroy this beautiful woman, and even when we don't see Meghan, anything drop concerning her is a sellout immediately. Biggest streaming for an old show says it all. She's a doll worldwide, and none more so than her haters who avidly watched, I bet. Alright, she cut everyone off and everyone hates her, but yep, that's her other family. Yep, from Soot. I don't know why. For some reason, I first thought Patrick's wife, I don't know if he's married or if that's the girlfriend. For some reason, I felt, I don't know why, his wife was black. I don't know why. Okay, I'm sorry for the wife or the girlfriend. I don't know why I thought that. There's the co-stars with their significant others. Yeah, with their significant others. Oh my goodness. I hated him on Suit. The first few episodes, I hated him. But he's really good. Very good friend. All of them. All of them. And it's funny. I never knew she married. What's that actor? I think now they divorced. Something Blackburn. The other day I read something which was news to me, that some relationship did not go through, and he was supposed to go to a wedding in France, and Meghan asked if, you know, she'd be more than happy to tag along. I think that was nice. There's this, the squad. That's definitely the squad for sure. Yep, stuck up for Meghan. Yep. And I learned through the squad as well that she has the same birthday as Meghan. Same day, same year, everything. Okay, twin sisters. How is that possible when Meghan is a D-list actress that everyone hates? There's the rolling eye. What did I do? Damn it. Let's go back. I wanted to go and do that. Okay, it says even more. For her talent as an actress to not be the main character, but has such a following before her knowledge of her husband. Okay, the show is so good and she's great in it. I know you're being sarcastic. LOL, thank you. Right, they can make up their minds. Who said she was a D-list actress? Tabloid? What does that even mean? Whatever, they make up all sort of nonsense. Let's go to the next tweet. Okay, 49 minutes. I need to edit my video of the trip. Okay, and I need to get some footage from my the good camera, whatever I showed on my last video, from my phone, and then the other one I need to show with my my good camera. The only reason why Kate Middleton fans go after people watching and praising Meghan on Suit on Netflix is that it solidifies our assertion that Meghan was a self-made woman. She had a successful career before marrying Harry that you cannot take away from her. I proudly stand. Exactly. There's that. The only yacht girl was Kate Middleton. She and her parents scammed the royal family. They are now owing taxpayers. Family of grifters sent my record to the always drunk yacht girl, Kate Middleton. The shade. They do their nonsense, but they limit who could see their nonsense. This is someone that I black. Okay, how that your problem really? The show just got to Netflix US. Many more people are discovering it. Why not create something that can stand the test of time? What did she achieve before marrying into the royal family? Why are you so pained when people praise Meghan? Okay, congratulations. What am I supposed to do with this info? I can't see who she's responding to, but her response are really hilarious. What did Kate Middleton achieve before she married William? When you have an answer, muse to other account. Okay, bats are not expected to know anyone. Don't worry, your head. You just called the royal family liars. You should respect the 6th and the 7th to the throne of England, you peasant. Not even reading what she's responding to, but her response are hilarious. What did Kate achieve before marrying? Is that how you talk about your mom, bad child? Okay, what did Kate Middleton achieve before she married William? Use your new account to reply. Use your new account to reply. That will be Kate Middleton. I hear your mother was the madam. Oh my god. What did she achieve personally before William? Last I know, she had no job. Okay, I also debunked the lies that she identified as white woman prior to meeting Harry. Who? Meghan? She's half white and half black.
A couple years ago, I heard someone call my mom the N-word. So I think for me, beyond being personally affected by racism, just to see the landscape of what our country is like right now, certainly the world, and to want things to be better.
Oh my goodness. Your dad is Robert Zane? Is that so hard to believe that my father is black? Robert Zane is black? You think this is a year-round thing? That's a good one. I like that line. Alright, let me move on to the next line. To the next tweet. Those comments, the response, without knowing what she's responding to, but you know the bats are being deranged. Okay, look at the lovely Meghan about to board Air Force One before she met the lovely Prince Harry. Okay, it's not Air Force One. Okay, Air Force One is when the president is on board. Okay, that's when it's Air Force One. So right now it's just a regular airplane. Okay, apart from this not being true, I'm surprised some people haven't said how racist this pic is. How is it racist? How is it racist? Okay, it is presidential fleet, and why would anyone say the picture is racist? Grow up. I don't understand. How is it racist? Oh, can we use the race card now? Okay, why are you so jealous of Meghan? Don't reflect your insecurity on others. Never be jealous of anyone. Okay, to hear the derangers tell she was in Skid Row begging for food before she won the lottery of marrying a prince. They don't call them derangers for anything. Exactly. Alright, so let's move on. Okay, I just pressed something. I don't know what it is. Let's stick to my list. I have this and another one after that. Next one. Okay, so this year royal complaint is, quote, why isn't Meghan having a joint birthday party with Obama? That's the laugh. Is that what they're saying now? Oh my goodness, really? I thought they were busy crying over her brilliant 40 by 40 initiative. No way. That's really? Yes. Lord have mercy. Are all public figures supposed to have a joint bash with everyone they share a birthday with? Does that mean Prince Archie has to celebrate his birthday with George Clooney? Oh, do they have the same birthday? I didn't know that. Okay, so the deranged are being deranged. Let's go to the next one, and this is my last one. These people are crazy. They don't have anything. Well, they put the UK public in a cloud of fantasy, so they don't know the real problem that's going on here. So why do they think that Meghan will have had a joint birthday party with President Obama? Also, do they think that all actors are invited to and attend each other's birthday celebration? Alright, so this is the thing she's retweeting. No joint birthday bash with Obama? Expert has suggested the Duchess of Sussex will opt for a private affair to mark her birthday. Meghan Markle will celebrate her birthday in private after recent drama. The drama that they create themselves, not Meghan though. Okay, not to mention that Meghan had a 2-month-old baby girls, plus even though Meghan and President Obama knew each other before Harry, they've never celebrated their birthday jointly because Meghan's life consists of before Harry and after marrying Harry. They are insufferable. Also, when has Meghan not celebrated her birthday in private? I know. Oh, I forgot I respond to that. Okay, is there a milestone or something? They've never had a joint birthday bash together. Why would this one be any different? Okay, so there's me responding to the original tweet, because that's what the range person think of when they have nothing to do. Like, duh, two people like it, because this person is insane. Okay, joint birthday bash. Why would Meghan have a joint birthday bash with the Obamas? She didn't even have them at her wedding. They came out with a similar story last year. Okay, so that's that. Let's do a prayer. Prayer for what? Prayer for prosperity. And something said joint venture. I don't know. It came to mind. I don't know why. Okay, I ask you, open your hand and give me success in my business. Bless all the work of my hands and cause me to prosper. May my work glorify. I forgot, you guys. I keep on forgetting to mention about my Shopify account. Go and check it out. I need to put new stuff, t-shirts and stuff. Alright, let's see here. Let's do this one and that'll be it. Beloved, I pray that you may prosper in all things and be in health just as your soul prosper. 3 John 12. Okay, so that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. And I have a Patreon. If you want to support me, please join Patreon. Thank you.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better